This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
Issue number 2. Over on DSP Throwback, all right? When we did our Retro React stream this week of Bully, essentially, I had a decent time, but about halfway through the stream, I was getting bored, and that seemed to be the consensus with everyone else there on the stream, too. Everyone was like, yeah, it kind of got boring halfway through. It was all right, and it was good to reminisce about school and the old days of video creation, but it just didn't really work. It didn't hook us like, for example, Heavy Rain did or even Dark Souls 1 did. And I was like, all right, so what we'll do is we'll do a poll, and people will vote over the course of the week on what game they want to see in Retro React next week. Well, apparently my trolls have decided to make a concerted effort to make the polls over there worthless. I don't know why. I don't know what spurned this. It doesn't seem to make sense. I guess maybe they're so upset that people are enjoying the DSP Throwback channel and showing up to streams and engaging and supporting with the older content. They don't like that, right? They just want everything to be an epic fail for me. So because it was so good over there for like a month and a half, now they're trying to ruin the ongoing React project by basically making the polls completely skewed or worthless. So day one that the poll was live, they all piled into the poll and all voted for Bully again, which makes no sense because there were over 500 votes in 10 hours, while last week the entire week only had 500 votes. So unless people mass duplicated themselves like rabbits mating, okay, I'm pretty sure that these are fake votes. In addition, they idiotically left a bajillion comments on the poll saying things like, you know, insults about me and my family, and saying, oh, play Bully, and here's an insult about Phil. Like, so obviously this isn't legit. Obviously what happened is either one of my very ingenious restreamers or content creators on YouTube who are idiots, or maybe one of these people sitting on a Discord with another 400 people sitting on a Discord, all losers, just sitting there chatting with each other all day about me in some weird-ass cultish way, said, hey, everyone, rush to the video and vote it one way and fuck his poll up. So yesterday I said, we're deleting that poll. We're starting over. To be honest, I don't want to do Bully again next week. I don't think it worked the first stream. So let's change it and let's have it be continue Red Dead 1, which was the first Retro React I ever did over 2 months ago. Continue Dark Souls 1, which I did one session of, and that one did do well. But then you guys voted in Heavy Rain, so we didn't go back to it. Or start up a Retro React of The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, season 1. 5 episodes in that season. Each episode is roughly 90 minutes to 2 hours long. And so they're pretty digestible and it would work pretty good. And you guys suggested that while we were doing Heavy Rain. And while we were doing Heavy Rain, I said, you know, I don't want to do it yet because it's just another narrative-based game. I don't want to do those back-to-back. But after trying Bully and Bully not working, I was like, maybe we should do another one like that, okay? So I went ahead and made a new poll that was for Red Dead, Dark Souls 1, and Walking Dead. So I go to check it this morning. Guess what happened? I mean, just take a wild guess what happened. So now, within 24 hours of that poll being live, over 800 votes. Again, in 1 week, we got 500 legit voters last week. Now you're telling me in 24 hours we had over 800 votes? So these people are idiots. They're flooding there with bots and shit, and they're just ruining the poll because they're morons, okay? So this time I said, I've had enough, and I just closed the poll. Next week, I'm just making the decision at this point. We're going to try The Walking Dead. We're going to see how it works. In reality, I have never watched myself back playing The Walking Dead ever. Unlike Heavy Rain, where I've gone back and replayed the game and did alternate choices, with The Walking Dead, I've only ever played the game once. And that was it. So I actually don't remember what happens in the plot except the end of Season 1. That no one's ever going to forget the end of Season 1 who played it. Seriously. It's that emotional. But outside of that, I'm very curious to see what it'll be like watching back this playthrough again. Because I've never done that. And, you know, I remember it being very interesting with the different character arcs and things and how things pan out. And basically on your choices, people could live or die. And I don't remember what actually happens in that playthrough at all. Okay? So, I'm excited for that, and that's what we're going to be doing per your suggestions, because this was your idea. You guys came up with this when I was doing Heavy Rain. People were like, you know, out of your kind of adventure-based or story-based choose-your-own-adventure style, Telltale style playthroughs you've ever done, the top one everyone says is Heavy Rain, and the second best one is The Walking Dead. And I don't mean The Walking Dead seasons 2, 3, and 4. I mean season 1. The other seasons are good. Like, season 2 is good. Season 3 kind of really stinks. And then season 4 is just meh. But season 1 really, I think, showed people how those games could be so well written and emotional that then it spurned a million others to be made. I mean, really, that was the era of then, boom, all these kind of choose-your-own-adventure Telltale games came out, but then they flooded the market, and that's when there was a big market crash for them, because there was no way you could have that many of that style game out and not basically, cannibalize each other and or overcrowd the market where there was no more demand for it anymore. I compare that to exactly what happened with Guitar Hero, Rock Band, where at first it was a great idea and everyone liked it, but then when everyone started making one and they pumped out 700 versions of it, nobody cared anymore because it was too much of the same thing, right? So, next week on Sunday, we're doing The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1. It's 12 parts, so roughly 2 hours of video footage. But the thing is, I typically pause a lot. So, I may end up trying to go, like, start a little early and just get right into it. So that way we can actually do the entire first episode on that first stream of it. Which I would love if we could do that. That way we don't have lingering 20 minutes of video footage, right? So, it should be fun. I hope you guys will show up for that. That's Sunday night, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time over on the DSP Throwback channel. It's what people wanted who liked Heavy Rain. So I don't see how it wouldn't at least get people, showing up to engage with it. And we'll see how it goes. Okay? Good thing is it's going to be like a complete session, a complete story. So that'll be fun.